3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Block Your Bookie Podcast.
Hello.
Episode 16. We haven't seen Shooter in a while.
No, we
Hi.
have not. That's
Sorry,
probably that's probably on purpose.
No, it is on purpose.
I'll be honest.
I know this.
Subconsciously,
I'm aware.
we decided to either do the podcast without Shooter or don't do it at all. That's why it took off for 3 weeks.
That's fair.
No, you told me we were going to record like 2 weeks ago on Thursday, and then that day you're like, hey, we're not going to do that, but we're definitely going to record in the suburbs, and then you just didn't.
My schedule changed, and it all kind of revolved around me.
It did.
Which oftentimes it does.
Typically, I mean,
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, it's fine though. Let's get into
I'm playing my life wrong, Kenny.
let's get into some betting. I'm actually losing a lot of money right now.
Hate to see
I
it.
hope my parents don't watch this. I'm not losing a lot, but like I've been
Enough.
losing games just like left and right. Like I can't win a game.
That's like me in college football.
You just can't bet college basketball.
No.
It's fucked up. It's like nothing makes sense.
I mean, I don't think anything makes sense in betting.
No, NFL. I was dialed.
You were dialed in.
College has not been good.
Had to bring you got to bring that mojo.
But it's
Cross
all we can
sport
bet.
mojo is a prime example. of
There's
what you do.
NBA, there's NHL.
No, NBA is bullshit. You can't bet.
I
NBA.
hate the NBA. Tell my buddy Joe, stop betting the NBA. He's like, oh, I fucking lost the fucking Clippers. Or stop.
Yeah.
Wow.
NBA is trash.
NBA is bad.
It's
I've been
tough.
betting spring training baseball. Hasn't been helping.
Interesting.
That's a mistake.
That's a terrible idea.
Was
Don't do
every
it.
line 1.5 runs?
Yeah.
I think
Well,
so.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
how,
probably.
That's how it is during the season too. But like, you just note they're not trying. It's just bad all around. Let's get into some topics.
Let's
'cause-
talk about spring training. Let's talk about the mic'd up stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
how much fun?
That's a perfect example.
How much fun was that?
All right.
So much fun.
You have Anthony Rizzo and Chris Bryant just kind of just chatting, just talking about not knowing the lyrics of songs.
Well, they
and-
can also. I thought it was interesting that they could both hear each other and talk to the people upstairs.
Oh yeah.
which was really interesting. I mean, Chris Bryant coming up and then him before the pitch got there, he's like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!" Like
Yeah.
Henry Rowan Gardner.
Yeah.
That was
classic.
hilarious. And then he hits it, it goes foul, and he's walking back. He's like, "Threw me a fastball in the first pitch. Now I'm tired." Like that's just
And he's just
funny.
like, just dang it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like that classic kind of like whatever. I don't know. It was
And
just
then
weird.
and then Rizzo shouting out. He's like, he's up there. He's like, "I'm trying to do the math in my head on what they're gonna throw next." And they're like, "What do you got?" He's like, "No clue. I need somebody to bang for me."
yeah,
And,
honestly.
like shout out to the Astros. Love that.
Yeah, but this is exactly the problem. They're just having fun out there. I respect it.
Well,
I like it.
Yeah, it's spring training.
But listen, I have money on this game. I need them to focus. Okay.
They're not gonna. I mean, spring training is the time just to let loose, have some little fun. I mean, they're in Arizona, Florida. They're in the southern states where it's actually nice out, and then they'll eventually have to come back to Chicago, and it could be whatever it wants to be weather wise. So yeah, they're gonna enjoy it, and they're not gonna give a shit about how they're playing or anything. I mean, they especially Rizzo and Bryant, they basically got spots on the team already. They're not playing for a spot. Like other guys
True.
might be, but they're not. I mean, they can fucking do, be absolute
Okay,
trash.
I think we're kind of glossing over this. Why? Like, it's spring training and you're gambling on it. Like,
Yeah,
let the
that's
guys have
interesting.
some fun. Like, let's have some fun.
No.
You're telling people not to be funny.
I'm telling people to win.
I think
Okay.
they won that game.
Yeah, that game I didn't bet, unfortunately.
Yikes.
Oh,
Well, that's on you.
So you're saying you want more access into players, but don't mic them up because they need to be focused on the task at hand in spring training.
That's like the XFL.
Fucking March.
I don't know. I'm just upset.
Well, what do you want in your perfect world? Because everything revolves around you now.
Fact.
So because you're, complaining. So what do you want?
I want the Cubs to win by 1.5 runs every single game.
Yeah,
See, but also I think that you need to take your own advice and what you tell me. If you're in the hole, you can't keep going down that hole. Maybe you should stop betting on spring training.
No, was that the advice I gave you?
You did. You said
No, I think when you're in a hole, you have to keep going. You have to stay true to your strategy.
you're going to burrow in.
Yeah, you gotta just set up shop and hope that you come out of it. Like tonight, I got fucking Illinois. That's been making me money all year.
that's true.
I got to get that.
It's gonna happen again.
It's gonna be a fun
If you're
game.
watching this, take a look and see how Illinois did against Ohio State. They better have scored over 63.5 points. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, two
You took
Big
the over.
Ten ranked
Yeah.
teams. This should be a good game.
Should be a good game.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm
Battle of the Midwest, if you will.
Fuck Ohio State.
Amen.
if I haven't been losing on the Cubs spring training, I would be much happier with what happened with the mic'd up because it was pretty cool. They could be mic'd up all game. That could be fun. But like, don't be talking to them like just have them mic'd up so we can listen in.
Yeah.
That would be good.
I mean, I think they did it like a couple years ago with like some outfielder, and it's just fun like to hear them. He's like, oh shit, I'm not gonna get that ball.
Yeah.
I just like when they do that. But obviously, they're not going to do it in regular season because that's when things actually matter, which is a shame. But it'd be a lot of fun.
You guys been following the Astros?
What about them?
Just about like
Oh.
how much like ridicule they're getting.
I'm
the
seeing
fans.
all of them being like chirping.
Oh, what about
The fans chirping.
A-Rod chirping in as
Ooh,
well?
That was solid.
yeah.
What
I
did
mean,
A-Rod say? He's the biggest cheater out there.
well, no, that's the thing. Like he cheated. He admits that he had this just crazy, penalty against him as a player. I mean, he
He said,
recognized
like,
it.
his
It's all his fault.
suspension,
Yeah.
cost him like $35 million.
Which probably right. Who knows? But yeah, but you have these players that are still playing right now, and he's just basically calling them out. It's like they get off scot free. That's bullshit, basically.
Oh, you can't do that. You can't complain about your like punishment.
You do it all the time. You
not
complain
being
about
up
your
to their
life.
punishment. Yeah, I know, but
know your
listen.
No, I think you can. I mean, that's the point of it. I mean, you can do
Yeah,
whatever
but he
you
was
want.
an asshole and he cheated. You can't like put his cheating up against other cheating. It's all cheating. It's all a problem.
Yeah, it's
Well,
cheating.
I
But
don't think it was more of the cheating. It was just like owning what you did, and the Astros aren't doing that.
Okay, I got you.
they just had some bullshit apology, and now they're trying to move on. They just
If
get
that
hit
even
all the
was an
time.
apology.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I like how close people can get to players in spring training because people are getting right up in the dugout and just yelling in their faces.
Oh yeah.
That's fantastic. dude.
Oh, there's this one video of like this guy, like with the Astros. He's right at the dugout. He's just like taking a video of them, like, "Hey, cheaters, cheaters, cheater!" And then some guy on the team chirped back. And it's like, "Oh yeah, thanks for paying for these seats. You're gonna be here all year." "Yeah, I'll be all here doing this, cheater, cheater." you know?
Yeah, I think he was
that.
yelling at him. He's like, "You gonna give the trophy back?"
Yeah.
doing that,
Oh,
and
that's
then,
right. Yeah.
And then you'll have. I heard someone chirp at Altuve when he was at like on deck, and he's like, "Are you gonna give Judge his MVP?"
Oh yeah.
And I also thought it was hilarious that folks had behind like home plate of spring training, they had signs to be like Astros are cheating, and they had people come and like that's like literal sign stealing, and I
Yeah.
think that's hilarious.
No, and they're not. I mean, that's like the worst way to handle it is to basically like get rid of those people. Like you just have to. Honestly, at this point, you just have to embrace it, and because you know it happened, and you just gotta try and like get over it. And it's gonna take a few years for that, but yeah, like taking away people's signs, trying to silence people is just like the worst way to go about it because now people know like, oh, I can trigger them. I'm gonna get an emotional response from this person, and so I'm just gonna keep doing it because it's fucking hilarious. And they're getting views, people are laughing,
Love it.
and it's great. So basically, like the Astros just need to like fucking lean into it.
It's gonna be a rough 81 road games.
Oh, 100%.
I can't wait for them to come to Wrigley. Oh my god.
Oh my
they?
god, that'd be
I
fun.
think they are this year.
That'd be a
Check it
fun
out.
game to go to, just to chirp them.
That'd be so good.
Unbelievably,
I mean, I'm planning to make a trip up to Minnesota for a coworker of mine who moved up there and go to a Twins game. I want to knock off every MLB
That's a fun.
ballpark.
Oh, you're doing that?
Yeah, I think I have like 7 or something like that.
Good for you. All right, let's move on to another topic.
Damn, dude. All right, good for you. Okay, next topic.
I mean, it's a.
Yeah.
I feel like
gives a
everyone does
shit?
that.
yeah, I feel like that's when it was dying down when we hear about shooters like trips around America. I'm
Everybody
sorry.
does that trip, or they say that they're doing that.
It's a fun trip.
It's a
How
fun
committed
trip.
are you to it?
I'm gonna do it.
I don't know. I mean, you only
What's
done
the
7,
odds?
and how old are you now?
27.
Yeah. I mean, you've only done 7. There's people who are committed to that.
I'm working on it.
You're a late bloomer.
I'm not Gus Domel. I don't have that kind of money.
I don't think I
Weird-
actually would say he's
weird
ahead of the game at 27. It's like being able to like afford to go to each place. That's
I'm working on it.
good for you. I'm
Late
proud.
bloomer.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
That was a better way for you to transition out of that conversation.
Next.
Kenny doesn't
See,
like it when
I'm
it's
learning. I'm learning how to do
Yeah.
this.
You
You
just
know,
gotta be nicer to him.
you're rude to him all the time, like
That's a
on a
fact.
daily basis.
I'm selling him one of our monitors in the
No.
office.
I'm probably
I
not.
let him stay here in the office for like 4 hours today, And he
Let
left his
me
bike
stay.
here. I'm being very nice to him.
You're rude to him all the time. What about the time when he was asking to hang out with us and you said no, we can't because we're too far away? Then you literally took a picture of his office
That
and
was
sent it to him.
funny. That was funny. That was legitimately funny. Remember
Wait,
that?
what?
When you were at Packback
This is a while
and we
ago.
were going to DePaul Business School and we were like, oh no, we were going to grab lunch with you.
I don't
and
remember
I took
this.
a picture of the Packback office from our Uber and said we're too far away.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, I
Outside
remember it.
of mine.
It's
Oh, you
rude.
do? Okay.
Yeah.
That was funny. All right, go ahead.
Either way.
What else we
Um,
got? What else we got?
So I want to talk about like the Spike Lee incident with
Mhm.
the New York Knicks. So just a quick background of that. So for the past 30 or so years, Spike Lee has been taking the same exact entrance every single time to get into Madison Square Garden to watch the terrible Knicks. And each time he goes through the employee entrance basically. And then like the other night they basically said, no, you can't do this. Like, you have to go to like the other entrance. And he's just like, why? You know, it's like, I'm not getting off the elevator. I'm not doing that. You know, I've been doing this for 30 plus years, blah blah blah. So basically, like rumor has it is there's like some beef with like the owner of the Knicks and Spike Lee for some reason.
James Dolan.
He's
Yeah.
the worst owner. So
And,
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, and so like there's some beef and like apparently the owner didn't want. Again, this is all rumors. Like everything, this is all on Twitter that you find out. But either way, they tell him like, no, you have to get out of the stadium, then like re-enter, and then like you can't do that.
Well, they're saying like the VIP entrance.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have to re-enter into the VIP entrance, but like once you leave a sports stadium, you can't come back in. So I mean, they probably would have made an exception for him. But now he's like vowed not to like go back to Madison Square Garden for the rest of the year. And so a quick update for that I just read right before recording this. The New York Knicks had the worst attendance since like 2008 or something. Like 1 in 6 seats were like empty, which is crazy. And so, I mean, you know, it could have been a lot of different things. You know, poor play, the coronavirus, Spike Lee. But, I mean, like, it just shows, like, he's a icon for this sports team that just has been sucking the past couple decades and whatnot. So, but yeah, it's crazy. And so, like, I think people are really starting to get pissed, and this is a rallying cry for the New York Knicks fan base, like to say, like, you got to fire your fucking owner, and we need to get a better team.
Yeah, I mean, he spends like $300,000 a year on those tickets.
Yeah, almost like 10 million over the
And
past.
he's not
30
someone
years.
who can like leave and go out like into normal entrances. Even the VIP entrance is still like a bunch of random people. Like people are just gonna mob him. So I get why he takes that entrance every single time.
Oh yeah,
He's the most recognizable person there because he looks ridiculous every time he goes to a game.
he's supporting Knicks. So he's all in orange and blue, like
Yeah,
bright
it's-
orange, bright blue.
Like I
Even
get it.
his glasses are like orange.
Do we have anybody in Chicago that's like that much of a super fan for any of our teams? Like I guess like John Cusack goes to like all of the Cubs games.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
You can argue Vince
Bill
Vaughn.
Murray, but
Bill
like
Murray.
not at every single game. Like
No.
Jack Nicholson is probably at every Lakers game.
Yeah, that's true.
Bill Murray's probably actually a good one. Like
no,
for Cubs games.
I remember
He's not going in like normal entrances.
No.
watching the 30 for 30 about the Bad Boy Pistons, I'm pretty sure. Or something along those lines, and I don't know why this came to my mind, but Reggie Miller doing the choke to Spike Lee after when they were playing the Knicks. So like think back to when was that? Probably late 80s, and Spike Lee has been a staple of the Knicks for that long.
It's crazy.
It's the ownership's just so fucked up.
Yeah. And
It's
then
so bad.
then
Fire Garpax.
yeah, I
Same-
mean,
yeah,
yeah, and then
same thing
I
with
mean, it
Bulls.
kind of goes on to like when do you give up on your team? Like when you know, it's been just
Shout
absolute.
out to your blog post.
Yeah, go check that out.
Blockyourblog.com, check it out.
It was actually I thought it was a really good post.
It was a good blog.
You know,
I liked it.
thank you. But yeah, I mean, because then you look at the Bulls and like our situation, where it's just terrible, and it's been terrible for a while now. And then like the coach is like calling like these random timeouts or like 30 seconds left to like try and get back in the game when you're down 15, and like players are mad at it, and they're not starting Kobe White as well for some fucking reason. So it's just like a terrible organization, and like it just doesn't seem like it's getting any better. And like I mean, you can argue that with all the Chicago sports teams right now. They're kind of on the downswing, except the
That's the
Cubs.
problem with like the way that the league works. Like if they're gonna be bad, there's no incentive to try to be good.
Mhm.
There's more of an incentive to just be as bad as possible and just like take the brunt of the fans like anger because they can get better lottery picks at the end.
I can't. I mean, understand. You know, when do you give up on your team? I don't think that I ever could. Really, no matter what. For example, my brother who is just wishy washy on the Bears all year, like made the decision this year, like I can't support the Bears anymore because of X, Y, and Z. I'm a Seahawks fan. Me personally, I could
What?
never just like, yeah, no, it was weird. I could never like, oh, I'm not a fan of that team anymore. I'm a fan of this team. Like the teams that I grew up with are the teams I'm always going to root for. I don't care how fucked up the ownership is. I don't care how fucked up the GM is. You got to be there for the team, and it's just that you got to ride the wave.
But I think that's shitty as well because if you think about it, like if you're there for the team, and like especially like with like the Bull situation right now, if you're trying to support them, and like it's just like you're giving them money for it.
I
And
mean,
like you're,
I don't go to the games.
I mean, yeah, exactly. But like if you, like I'm saying like that way, if like you support them by like giving them money, like paying for things, and it's basically like, well, I'm okay with this situation as it is because I'm gonna keep going. You know.
That's you're 100% right, and that's different than like Spike Lee, who's spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to be there, to where like I just watch it on TV.
Yeah, for sure. No, you're. I mean, yeah, you're right. But there's obviously like viewership things, like because like but basically the bulk of their money comes from like these TV deals and contracts. So people stop watching it. I mean, like I said, like I stopped watching the Hawks when they go down 3-1, 3-0 in the first period. Like that's fucking unbelievable. It happens a lot. So I mean, it's like it's a tough situation, but it's like you always like just want to demand change because like at the end of the day, it's a business, and like you are the people who are paying for it.
That also reminds me when you mentioned TV about the Cubs' new network.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
actually
God.
upset right now.
Yeah, it still doesn't have
hit me-
Comcast.
hit me
We
with
got
it,
less than a
Jack.
month.
What do you think? What do you feel?
Well, Cubs have a new network. I think that's fine. That's great. But they like did not prioritize making the deal with Comcast before spring training started. So I have not been able to watch any of the spring training games because I have Comcast. Comcast is like what the Cubs are on. The Cubs are going to be on Comcast or WGN. That's like what we're used to. And the fact that they haven't gotten the deal done yet is like alarming because if it's not going to be done by the season, they're saying it will, but like I don't know, it's so frustrating. That was something like everyone was worried about, and yet they didn't figure it out.
Well, that's like, I mean, and then it becomes like this greedy part of it. Like they're just taking and taking and taking. They're pricing people out of like season tickets, and I mean that's why you had the opportunity to get one.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna regret not jumping on those season tickets.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But still, like they're pricing people out. They're making things more expensive. I mean, they're just riding that wave of the championship. And
Do you guys both have Comcast?
no, I have Hulu Plus, which I think is actually on.
Or
Yeah.
do you know it's on?
Yeah, yeah.
So the Hulu Live TV is
Isn't
the
that
only.
like $55 or something?
No, they actually upped it recently. I think it's like $60 right now. But so
Why don't you just get cable?
no. So Brett and I pay for Hulu without ads, and then also this network as well. So like you basically get live TV plus Hulu for $60. It's a really good deal.
I have YouTube Live TV.
You should get
I-
Hulu.
So I already put in to cancel YouTube Live TV, and I think I paid through it through the end of the month. Reason being is that Sinclair owns Marquee Sports Network, and last week it came through that not YouTube said we're dropping all regional Fox, which is Sinclair, which would be like the Yankees network too. They said we're dropping it, and then they came back and said, wait, we're going to suspend that. We're still trying to work with Sinclair on a deal. So Marquee being included there, there's a possibility of that. If that doesn't happen, I'm moving over to Hulu Live TV.
I'm still a cable guy.
Just from like, I mean,
How much is cable?
not trying to dox you, but how much do you pay for internet and cable, Comcast in a month?
120.
It's
But
not horrible.
I have
No.
the upgraded now like 500 megs internet, and
Relax.
I have like Big Ten Network. Like I have like all those networks, like ACC Network.
Yeah,
and all
so
that
you paid
stuff.
more for it a little bit.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it like came with like the higher like internet package, but I mean we still pay for like Netflix and shit, so we have a lot. But like I don't know, we're watching all the time, especially for sports and like gambling and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I can pretty much get any game, sans maybe like a couple like weird ones. But I can't get the Cubs yet, so
So
there's that.
I mean, it's definitely going to
Tough.
happen, but they just haven't done it
I'm
yet.
so excited for the Cubs season this year. I need baseball.
It just feels something
man.
different.
I love baseball. It is a
Just need
fun
baseball.
sport.
I want to
It's
get
just
a
like
new
that.
Nike jersey.
What's that?
I want to get a new Nike jersey.
Oh, Nike. I thought you said Yankee. I was like, what?
It's weird.
I only get jerseys from China.
You're one of
Not
those guys.
anymore.
What do you mean not anymore?
You want to?
Oh, Corona.
No, Corona doesn't travel like that.
Are you
Sure?
sure?
No way.
Somebody could sneeze on it.
No, it'll die.
You would
in
hope that
transit.
because you bet that you would
Yeah,
get
well,
it.
yeah, he owed me $100 if I got Corona, which I will get Corona.
Jesus. Anyway, let's go to the next topic. Now that the football season's over, draft's coming up in whatever amount of days. But before that, where do you think Tom Brady's gonna go? So I have some odds right here that I just
Yeah,
looked
hit us
up.
with that because I might throw in that bet.
So there's the top 5. So Las Vegas Raiders
That's one.
at plus 300. Yeah. So
Wow.
that's actually the top team right now. The top 2 teams is Las Vegas Raiders, LA Chargers plus 300, Tennessee Titans for some reason at plus 700, Colts at plus 900, Panthers at plus 1200, and actually the Bears are at plus 1600.
Wait,
How are
what-
the
what
Patriots not
Where
on
are the
there?
Patriots?
So the Patriots weren't on this list. It was basically like,
Weird.
will Tom Brady sign with the Patriots? Yes or no?
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that at? Like, matter of
It was pretty close.
150
It
or
was
something?
almost like 50-50 each. Like, so like they're not.
Oh, so essentially the Patriots would be like
Patriots are
a
the favorite.
100.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, Patriots are like probably the favorites right now, but they're also like just kind of like betting on like where he might go. It makes sense for like the Raiders, Chargers. I don't really see the Titans because they, I feel
Best
like,
quarterback in the league.
I feel like they have a QB situation pretty much settled.
Really? I mean, not after his last performance in the playoffs.
I mean, you have one bad game.
I know, but I mean, come on, that was pretty bad.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't great.
He was the reason. He was the liability. I would like to see him play for the Raiders. I think that'd be sick. New team, new
Especially in
city.
Las Vegas.
Yeah,
that'd
that would
be
be
all
awesome.
electric. They would eat that up. Las Vegas is becoming the sports town, especially with their adaptation of the Golden Knights. I mean, they are just all over them. I can't wait for the Raiders to go there. I
Did
think
you say adaptation,
I was gonna say I think you meant adoption, but
adoption?
No,
or
no,
adaptation,
adaptation.
or what?
I meant what I said.
Adaptation.
I don't know.
Okay.
we're gonna
I've been
check
drinking.
that.
Anyway, I think it'd be cool to see him there.
Are you gonna bet it?
No.
Yeah, it's a bad bet.
Because I mean, I think he's just gonna sign with the Patriots. I feel like this is just a bunch of things that eat up the news cycle for the sports world. Like, where's Tom Brady gonna go?
I've also heard the Niners recently. Possibility of that. I don't
Really?
know.
Well,
I've just
it's like the
seen it.
hometown. You know?
Right. Hometown thing. I mean, if I'm Tom Brady, just thinking, saw what happened last year, doesn't really have the tools or the receivers to get something done. The Patriots could just pay him a shit ton of money and he could be with the same team, or do you try to just eke out one more ring and go to a team that has something that you can do something with? I don't know.
Everyone's just like assuming that he'll be good if he has more targets. Like, is there anybody who's assuming that he's just washed up and not good anymore?
Not at all.
I'm in that boat.
I'm not. I mean,
You
you
live
can't.
there.
You can't be. It's Tom Brady. I mean, the
I
fact
mean,
the fact
I
that they.
made a lot of money betting against them last year.
Yeah, I did too. But just because he didn't have any targets. I mean,
No,
he had.
I don't know, man.
I would say that he didn't. I mean, you have like Edelman, but that's about it. As your go-to person. I mean, you got rid of Gronk.
And Keel Carey,
Yeah.
their rookie wide receiver. Well, not rookie anymore, but
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, still, I don't know.
I mean, with that argument, then you can just say that like any mediocre quarterback with good targets should be as good as Tom Brady.
That's fair. I would agree with that.
I don't think that we're putting. Has Tom Brady kind of waned a little? Yes. The guy's got 6 rings, and I feel like it's a weird argument to make to say Tom Brady wasn't the reason that happened, but the quarterback is a pretty important role.
What's the most important role?
Yeah, no,
Right.
I mean he was obviously a reason, but like right now, I'm saying I'm not talking about the past. Like right now, he has his 6 rings. Right when like the good players of that dynasty left, the team did bad. Like the team didn't perform like they wanted to perform. So like I don't know, like in the past we would assume that he would put them on their back, put put them on his back, and he just didn't this year. So
That's fair. I mean, you can always argue and say that it's really like Belichick that just, he's like obviously the mastermind behind the Patriots, and you can really put anyone in his system, and it's gonna excel. Because I mean, when Tom Brady was out, they still did well. I think they always did well without Tom Brady. I mean, at least 500,
Well,
if not better.
I think that I could be thinking wrong about this. I think they haven't lost. I think they haven't won less than 10 games for ever. Since,
The past
something.
since 2000 basically.
Right.
Yeah,
But
and
one thing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no,
One thing I'm really excited about is
Who's gonna
calm
call?
down. Who's calling me? Hold on. Should I answer this?
is that really an important call? You need to answer right now.
I'm not cutting.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I won't cut this. Oh my
wow.
God, dude! Come on.
There's
dude.
nothing. What's going on? Anyway, I'm really excited personally from just the standpoint of I love to see a team that's been really good for a long time not be good. I can't wait just for the Patriots to come back down to earth. And same with the Packers. I just love to see the change in whenever Tom Brady does retire for that to kind of level out, and then you have the teams like the Niners go off and stuff like that.
That's fair.
If you were the Raiders or one of those teams, and you could have either Tom Brady or Bill Belichick, which one are you picking?
Bill Belichick.
100%.
100%.
All day long. I mean,
He was in Middle Tennessee State working out a linebacker that wasn't
That's right.
invited
yeah.
to the combine because he was like, guys, we'll be at the fucking combine. Let me see this guy who's not going to be there.
Yeah, it was
In the rain.
it was like a great picture on Instagram in the pouring rain.
He's
He's
like
doing
67,
drills.
like,
yeah.
Seven years ago, we all would have said Tom Brady. So that's why things have changed.
Well, no doubt. I mean, Tom Brady obviously isn't the person he used to be. I mean, yeah, he's 42, 43.
It's old.
Yeah, he's old. I mean, for, sports, he's old. Playing sports, he's old. So, I mean, yeah, obviously it's still Bill Belichick show now, and it's kind of always has been. When Tom Brady's had his career seasons, he's had a lot of weapons around him that really made him better.
So let me ask you
Obviously,
this: Tom Brady doesn't re-sign with the Patriots. Is this Bill's last year with the Patriots?
I have
Do
no
you think
fucking
Bill just rides off into the sunset?
I think Bill rides off into the sunset when they actually have a losing season. I think he calls it. I don't think he goes out on a high note. I think he actually calls it. It's like, fuck this, I'm done.
That sounds so weird.
I don't think he'll be
To
done.
the Patriots having a losing
I don't
season.
think he'll be done for a while.
I don't think so either.
I think
But I'm
he
just
enjoys
saying-
it too much. I think he likes New England too much. He wants
Wait.
to spend time in Nantucket and just
With
chill.
the Patriots or coaching?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Patriots.
When's his contract up?
Great question.
I have no idea. Here, let me look it up.
Yeah, it's unimportant.
Not important.
Let's talk about the Bears.
Big bear guy. Okay. Siri, see if you got it.
Ooh,
British. Nice.
Siri.
Actually, it's Irish.
Oh
Is that-
my god.
It's very close
Why
to the
isn't it
same
Welsh?
thing. That wasn't a option.
Do they have a German option?
You wouldn't be able.
No,
to
they
answer.
have British,
Would you pick
Australian,
German if they had it?
South African, and Irish.
Ooh, South Africans have the best accent.
It's a good
It's
one.
very good accent.
All right. Let's talk about the Bears.
Rumor is they're signing a veteran quarterback.
I know,
Who?
man.
I don't know. I
don't-
saw
I don't like the prospects. Dude.
you have a lot. I've heard. Well, okay, Andy Dalton you'd have to trade for.
Yeah.
Which
I don't want Andy Dalton.
I know,
Right.
man.
He's so fucking
I'd
white
rather.
bread.
I'd rather lose. I'd rather lose with Mitch Trubisky, and get 5 wins or something, than get Andy Dalton and get 8 wins.
Andy Dalton wouldn't start.
It would be horrible. You don't think he would start?
No,
Over
they
Mitch?
want someone just to give him a little bit of fire because
Yeah.
he knows that Chase Daniel isn't taking his job. But you'd have to trade for Andy Dalton. Case Keenum, I'm pretty sure, is a free agent.
You don't
Oh.
want
Phillip
Case. You don't want
Rivers.
Case Keenum.
They're all so bad.
Philip
man.
Rivers, Drew Brees.
Teddy
Who's another one?
Bridgewater.
Not Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Taysom
Teddy
Hill, they could
Schlongwater.
trade for. Yeah, he does have a.
Taysom Hill would be sick.
Taysom Hill would be sick.
Ooh,
so
that would
Taysom
be
cool.
Hill
sick.
is basically the better Tim Tebow. He's nothing amazing.
Hey, well,
Hey,
first
whoa.
off, what is this slander coming at Tim Tebow? I love Tim Tebow.
I mean, no one's saying anything bad
great.
about Tim Tebow. I mean,
I think
I
he's still
just did.
viable in the NFL.
He's not. He's
He's not
fucking
viable in the MLB.
28 years old, and he's still trying to make it in the
He's a
MLB.
dual sport athlete. Do you see his home run? I saw. It was
Yeah,
sick.
a home run in fucking
I'm
preseason.
pretty sure he didn't bat his weight last year in AAA, but
No,
did
he
you
did
see
not.
him fall?
No.
Look it up. It's
oh,
it's a
also
tough play.
congratulations on Tim Tebow. I think we said this, but congratulations on sex. He got married.
Yeah, he did. Man.
Congratulations on that.
That is true. Great call. Anyway, back to the Bears.
Kudos to him. God bless.
Good,
I don't
good
want-
for you, Tim Tebow.
I don't want any of those people unless they're from the Saints. Is that fair?
Well,
Okay,
Drew
put-
Brees isn't going to leave.
put it-
The
okay.
only thing we're going to get is Teddy
But
Bridgewater.
I think you're thinking that all of these quarterbacks are going to start. No. Do you want? I would want Mitch.
We're not going to
Trubisky.
bring in Philip Rivers, and he's not. Gonna
I
play.
hate Philip Rivers with a passion.
You do.
Yeah, I think he's
Why?
a fucking cocky asshole, and he's just not that great.
Yeah, I don't like his
He's
look.
a weird throw.
He looks like a like.
It's like he's throwing with his opposite hand. That's
Mm.
what it looks like.
Interesting.
I think he looks like he was like in the background in like Top Gun.
100%.
You know, like he looks like a fighter pilot that like didn't have like a really like big role in Top Gun,
Yeah,
but he was in like that very like smoky like briefing room
he's a big
with like sunglasses.
stock.
on.
Yeah, exactly. He's a big stocky guy. He's gonna wear those aviators with that green pilot suit.
Yeah, like he
And-
might have been like Iceman's like
But-
Wizzo.
Yeah, yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, you like that?
I really like that.
That's what he looks
That's
like.
a really good
Something.
analogy.
Yeah. I hope we don't get him. That would be fucking.
There's
devastating.
no way we get Philip Rivers.
I just want Mitch to be good.
He's not. He's not. We have to.
Hey.
We have to accept that as
No,
a city that he's just
No.
not good.
the Bears are
Kick
good.
him.
They're back, and they're ready to
They're
go.
barely
right?
back.
Bears are back.
Bears
Thank
are
you.
back.
Have you been on the podcast before?
Yeah, the
They're
Bears
back.
Are back.
I'm a co-host.
Mm.
Hey, fuck you.
The Bears are back.
Either way, I don't think
The Bears are not back if we have Philip Rivers leading the charge.
I
Or-
never said Philip Rivers.
They're
Andy
not going to
Dalton.
start. Nobody's going to start above Mitch Trubisky.
That's
I
sad.
don't know, dude. I don't know, man. I'm worried. Let's say that. I am excited for us to have a full D line back, so that we can actually have like
Yeah.
the success that we had last year.
I
2 years
anticipate
ago.
a trade of Leonard Floyd.
That would be devastating.
We
But I-
all-
but
we
I
see
think
that.
I
we
think
dropped
we're
see
Prince
that.
Mukamara.
Yeah.
Dropped Taylor Gabriel.
Yep.
Which saved us a lot of money in the cap.
I was
I'm not
surprised by
worried about-
Gabriel.
I'm not worried about dropping Taylor Gabriel, to be honest.
I kind of was surprised.
Concussion
by that.
guy.
Yeah, big concussion guy.
Jesus.
Jesus.
There's rumors that we're gonna pick up a good tight end, which would
Yeah.
solve a
We
lot of
drafted tight end.
issues.
Oh no, we got one. Something like Walker. Darius Walker. He was on the Browns, I think.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
We do need a tight end that is solid that Mitch can just chat down to because he's a bad quarterback. But
Terrible.
we're back.
Hey,
We're back. I said we're back. And
I
he's
think
back.
I think Mitch.
You
If
slipped that
if
in there.
Mitch does start, he really does need to do like
he's
this.
going to
this
start.
this run stuff more, like when he was like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, but
I-
he was hurt. He was hurt.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, the shoulder thing definitely probably limited him. You know, kind of like a mental thing as well. But I would love to see that more because I think that really played well with their offense and just how they.
How are we feeling about Cordell Patterson being on the offense?
What is he?
What do you mean being on the offense?
Like actually having like a role.
Oh, I mean, I
Oh.
think it'd be great. I mean,
Yeah.
he averaged like what 10 yards a carry or something, 10 yards a play or something like that. It was something like unreal. But like, he only had so many touches.
He's gonna be a wide receiver or slot guy.
He's gonna be a slot guy.
We need playmakers, man. Taylor Gabriel's gone. I think he actually could be like one of the targets that we have for actually having a good offense.
I can see that. Actually, that'd be exciting too. He's an exciting player.
He's very fast.
I mean, he's a
quick,
great kick returner.
But see, the thing was is that for the Bears offense last year, every single player digressed. Or I mean,
Digress.
yes.
Three
Words.
We were-
Montgomery wasn't what we thought he would be. Tariq Cohen, I think.
You have Tariq Cohen running up the fucking middle. Like,
I'm just
He's not
excited
gonna do
for.
well.
I'm excited for a lot of different voices in the offense. For you had Chris Helfrich, who was the OC for a couple of years, but now you have a new offensive coordinator, new offensive line coach, new tight end coach, new quarterbacks coach.
yeah, they really clean house.
I'm excited for it.
If the tight end game is good, everything else opens up. So hopefully we figure that out. I mean,
Sure
that's the true Andy Reid way too. That Nagy tries to do. Everything goes to the tight ends, but we didn't have good tight ends.
No, we
Trey
didn't.
I
Burton
think
wasn't
that
it?
I think that also what led to that was Matt Nagy was trying to force Mitch Trubisky to be a pocket passer because quarterbacks who are not pocket passers don't last as long as in the league. And I think that coming into this year, he wanted to change that. And to your point, Kenny,
Mistake.
2 years ago he ran and did really well. That like third quarter of the year, essentially, he was running the ball and we won like 4 games in a row and we were doing well. Just work with what you got.
Yeah, I mean, we know Mitch's limitations, and there's a lot of them. Anything open that plus 10 yards, he really just can't hit.
Bears are back.
I mean, they're back. No one's saying they're not back.
Well, it'll
Especially
be
not
interesting
me.
to see what happens in the next couple of weeks.
I'm excited for the draft. I'm excited to see like
Are
some
you? What are you
trades.
excited about for the draft?
I just
dude?
like
We
the
have
draft.
nothing.
I just like to
Right?
watch the draft.
Don't we have nothing?
We
No,
don't have
we
we don't
got-
have a first
We
round.
have a third
Right.
round, right?
Second.
Second.
Oh, we have 1 second.
Yeah, I just like watching the draft, especially to see if anyone like really wants to trade up for Joe Burrow. And there's like rumors that he's just not going to fucking play in Cincinnati, which is I think is great because you see that
You haven't heard that since like
that's like Eli
fucking-
Manning.
No, not Eli.
Wait, what are the rumors?
That he's like if since he drafts him, like he's just not going to fucking play for them.
Oh, I respect that.
That was John Elway. John Elway did that.
Well, Eli did it too.
I respect that.
He's like, fuck that, I'm not playing for this team.
But no, I thought he backtracked. I thought he said
He
like
did backtrack.
I thought he said that like that was a media spin that everyone's saying, but he's never actually said those words.
Well, for sure. I mean, everything's obviously rumors, but I think that'd be great. It's a total power move.
I want to see him play though. I think he's really good.
I mean, I do too, but I don't want to see
Small
him
hands.
playing Cincy.
Bust.
He's got small hands.
They're 9 inches.
Yeah.
Well, no, that, and then Jake Fromm's are 5 and 8 and 7/8.
8,
Bust.
7, 8.
Bust.
That's ridiculous. All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I miss football just because betting was so good then. It was such a good time.
Well, it's your weekly ritual of
Yeah,
just
man.
betting on
I'm
Sundays.
deep in the dog days right now,
Yeah,
and I'm worried about March Madness to be honest, because
I'm excited
March
for that.
Madness goes the way that it's been going for me.
You're gonna lose a lot of money.
It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to stop.
No, you
I'm gonna
only
have to
bet.
retire.
You only bet more on March Madness. That's where you make up your money.
That's right.
I don't know. dude.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I know it.
Everybody.
I've been there.
Do we have any other topics? You want to get into some picks of the week?
Yeah, I mean, my
Weekend.
picks of the week. So I'm staying on the Chicago Fire crew because, I'm really excited that they're actually coming to Chicago, and we're gonna go to that home opener
We
game.
will be at the home
and that's
opener
gonna
if
be
any of our
electric.
Fans want to join us.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. If you want to catch us at the game, you want a quick picture or an autograph, easily
Picture.
done. I'm not gonna do a
Or
handshake, just do a
a-
fist bump.
Corona.
Yeah.
Coronavirus.
So they're playing the New England team this week, so I'll probably just
Red Bulls? No, that's New York.
No,
I know that. Jesus.
What are you gonna bet? Do you know the odds, or you have no idea?
no,
You're
they
just
don't
gonna
have
bet-
the odds
you're just
out. I'm
blindly bet them.
I'm always just gonna blindly bet Chicago Fire, even though they're not supposed to be a great team this year. They're not even in the top 10 for the power rankings, but I'm okay with that because I believe in the Chicago team.
Sure.
Chicago all the way.
Fair.
Interesting pick.
It was actually Chicago's birthday the other day, 183. You guys see that?
God
Really?
bless.
Yeah,
Wow. Dude,
Yesterday.
What do you think it was like 183 years ago?
probably absolute shit.
Yeah, it was
Literal
gross.
shit
Fire.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it was like shit. It was probably just nothing.
No, I think it was shit, actually. Shit
Where-
in the streets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do things go?
I honestly, I think I'm retiring for
No.
for this weekend.
No. Okay. Weekend.
I think I have to retire for this weekend. I don't have any picks. I mean, I would say bet against Tampa if they're playing in the XFL. Just bet the under and don't even look at the game because that's what I did and it just works.
Bet their team under.
Do whatever
On
under
what
you
that
can
line
find.
is. 11.
I don't know. Just bet it.
Just bet it.
I guess that's my pick. If Tampa and the XFL are playing, just bet the under. That's what I'll do. That's the only thing I'll do probably, and then I'll bet Cubs spring training.
I thought you just said you were retired.
I'm retired, kind of. It's
Semi-retired.
Yeah.
I get
yeah,
that.
yeah.
He's got a couple side gigs.
I'm a semi-pro. That's my only pick. I can't confidently give anybody any picks right now when I'm just losing everything. Go ahead, Shooter.
I don't have anything right now. At least for the weekend. I mean, maybe the Dragons, but the Dragons broke my heart.
The Dragons are bad.
I know. I'm aware.
The XFL, man, fuck the XFL. I don't like it anymore, dude.
Of course you don't.
I mean, I didn't like it at all, but I really don't like it now.
Why?
I hope it's gone. I hope it's gone.
Why?
It's gonna be 3 years, and you're gonna.
It's not gonna be 3 years. I think it's gonna be less than 3 years. Did we make that bet?
We
too?
did, yeah.
Wait,
I-
what's that bet?
It's if is the XFL gonna go into their 3rd season? So if
Right.
it starts the 3rd season, I win. I can't remember what we bet off the look.
Did we
at the
do that
footage.
on the podcast?
We did.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at what we bet, but
I hate the XFL.
because then everyone kind of came out and said like, well, they have a contract for 3 years, so it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but they're gonna cut their losses. That's what I'm banking on.
That's fair.
XFL sucks. Do you like the XFL after all this? Have you seen some of the concussion plays? Let's be honest. We've talked
I've-
about this
I've-
before the season
I've
started.
seen it. It's
It's ugly.
the overall XFL. To your question, it's okay.
Yeah, it's just okay. It's just okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
The only money to be made is in unders.
That's so
Yeah.
true. Unders have hit 11 out of 16 games.
Oh boy.
Nice
Yikes.
stat, man.
Thank you.
Wow.
Where'd you pull that stat
Nicely
out?
I
done.
read it before this.
He's got it.
Holy shit.
You know, I'm taking over the stats guy position here on Block Your
I'll be
Bookie.
useless.
What?
I'll be useless.
Exactly. Yeah, you could kind of just fade away.
All right, well, that's another nice little chill episode.
It's a good one.
Just
Get
getting
back. We'll
into
get
the
back in the
swing.
swing.
Yeah,
Getting back in
that's
the
really
swing of
all it
things.
is.
We're gonna have March Madness coming up real hot soon.
I think we got to do something big
We're
for
gonna be
March
doing-
Bracket
Madness.
challenge.
We'll be doing some bracket stuff.
That's
but
right.
We'll also be. I think we should also probably pick a team, and that we're just riding. The whole
Yeah,
time.
everyone has their team.
Illinois. Be like an 8 or 9 seed.
No, he can't have Illinois. We'll have to. We'll
No,
have
no,
to decide.
Here's what we'll do. We'll get all of us. So like me, you, Shooter, Matt, and Jason, and then we'll just get a bowl. Like we'll write down the teams on a piece of paper, and then everyone picks a team. And so
That's
until
your team. You ride or
until
die.
you ride it out.
I
One
like
thing.
that.
One thing that I
No,
also
I think you pick until there's no more teams left. That's the thing. So you have like those.
No, I think you only get one.
You only get one. Well,
And then
that's even.
that's
No,
your team,
okay, well-
and then whoever does the best.
how.
Oh, I like that.
Actually, okay. I'll say this. Whoever does the best, I'll say this because you could get a 16 seed. Like, that's your team. A team that you support. However, the team that you pick, you have to bet on that team every single time they play. Whether that be team over, team under.
Just a
their
piece of paper
spread.
pick.
Right. So like
Yeah.
if I got Loyola, I have to bet on every game that Loyola is in. It'll be my team, but if you have a 16 seed, obviously I'm not going to win anything.
Well, can you?
And then based
What
off
if we
of
what if we only put in the 1 through 10 seeds? There you go.
that's
Solved.
fair.
Wow.
Well, there's
You're
that,
welcome.
but then also we could show like, okay, Kenny's got Loyola and he's 2-1 on his bets, and then you can see how you're doing on your bets on your team as opposed to just the team winning.
We have options.
There's a lot of. We'll figure it out. We'll make it exciting.
We'll also be sending out a bracket challenge link.
I
Yeah.
hope that I get a team that I would normally not root for, and then I'm just gonna order a bunch of like their merch.
Oh, that's fun too.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Just get a nice hat.
Yeah, I might be like a Creighton guy. Ooh, Creighton's a great pick too.
Wow.
It sure is.
Yeah.
I've actually got some friends going to the Creighton game this weekend.
Where's Creighton?
Iowa. No, Nebraska. I'm sorry.
I had no idea.
Pretty sure it's in Missouri.
It's not.
Great.
They're going to Omaha.
Creighton?
I had
Creighton.
no idea.
It's in Nebraska.
All right. Well,
Shout out Joe and Kristen.
All right. Don't shout anybody out. Anymore.
Shout them out.
All right. That's episode
Good one.
16.
Something.
16.
Block Your Bookie podcast. Check out blockyourbookie.com. Find us on Twitter. All that good stuff. We'll be back with another episode probably this weekend. Good luck on your bets.
I
Don't
create
bet
this
on
my
spring
world.
training.
You gon' learn it can end
Bet unders in
any
XFL.
day.
And
Body
Bears
bags,
are
cover
Bears
face,
are back.
face
Bears are back.
wrap, just like babes. Well, alright, I give them monkey bars, them bitches whole weight. The game like Madden in 08, I swear it's fucked up.